guys, so today I'm bringing a brand new video to you and it is going to be a Christmas haul. And so I know that I haven't really been able to post very often lately. It has been Christmas time and so that is a really busy time of the year for everyone and I just didn't have enough chance to do any filming or do any posts or anything too much. But now I do have a really exciting Christmas haul, books that I've been gifted for Christmas, and also two that I bought myself just because I was at Dimmicks and I thought that it was a perfect opportunity to buy a book. There's also one non-book item, but it is really book related. You will understand what I mean when you see it. It's probably one of my most excited Christmas presents I have gotten. If you do hear any noises, I do live near train tracks. They do come through regularly and I can't really do anything about it, but I'm really hoping that it doesn't pick up any noise on my camera. And also, if you see me at all looking this direction, I have a little mirror set up just so I make sure that I'm in focus and in frame, because I don't have a viewfinder on my camera. But anyway, let's get straight into it and start with the books that I purchased for myself for Christmas. So to start with, I have The Boy Most Likely To by Huntley Fitzpatrick, which is this one here. So I bought this one at Dimmicks in the CBD in Melbourne, and I just picked it up on a whim. I thought that it looked like a really good book. I really liked the cover and the spine of this one. It's definitely a really bright, nice looking book, as you can see. And I didn't realise, stupidly, that it is actually a companion novel. I thought it was a standalone. It is my own fault that I kind of didn't enjoy it as much as I should have, but I'm going to pick up the other book and just reread the series, just so I know what I was reading and can enjoy it more. Because I do think it will be a good read if I actually understand what's happening before. So the first book is actually My Life Next Door, and it's definitely one I'm going to pick up soon. But it's a story, for this book, is a story about a young boy named Tim, I have to remember, and a girl named Alice, and they are friends, kind of. Tim is friends with Alice's brother and they just start to get to know each other a lot better and a budding relationship starts, but there's also a lot of issues going on with some mistakes that Tim made being a teenager and a naughty boy. But it's a really good story and I did enjoy it, but I just have to make sure I read the first one to understand it all. So my next book is The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey, and this is, as most of you will know, the sequel to The Fifth Wave, which was his dystopian alien story, which I really loved. It was a great read, and I was so excited to finally get to pick up The Infinite Sea and continue Cassie's story. So it is a story about alien apocalypse kind of thing going on, but it's also like, who can you trust? You know, those aliens are not quite what they seem. There's just a whole layer of like really interesting kind of dialogue between characters. It's really interestingly set up, and I do have reviews coming for these books. There's one already up for Fifth Wave, and I think there might be one up for The Infinite Sea. If not, it is coming, so definitely make sure you check those out on my Tumblr. The next books that I have to show you today are books that my mum gave me for Christmas. There is a bigger pile for these. There's 6 books in total, and luckily she let me go in and pick them. Usually she would keep everything to big surprise and miss out on a lot of the things that I actually wanted, but this year, like, she was really easygoing about it and let me just go in and pick them to show her which ones I really did want. So that made Christmas Day really exciting because it meant that I was getting things that I was really excited about and was really looking forward to read. So I will start off this pile. What I want to talk about is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. This is a super popular book all over the Tumblr sphere, with all book bloggers, all booktubers, pretty much everyone I know enjoys it. So it's about, to start, it's the second book in a series, the Lunar Chronicles series, the first book being Cinder, and this one follows on from Scarlet, and from Scarlet's point of view, and Scarlet is Red Riding Hood type character, so these are all fairy tale retellings. Really interesting twists on them though. They're set in a futuristic world with cyborgs and androids and amazing characters that are thoroughly enjoyable. I've already started reading this one and I'm about 150 pages in or so, and I'm loving it so much. It's already really good. It's bringing in a lot of characters from Cinder, from the first book, and also introducing us to some new characters like Wolf and Scarlet, who are on a exciting journey to find Scarlet's grandma, and that's what I'm up to at the moment. That's all I know so far, but I'm really looking forward, I'm really looking forward to reading it because Cinder was just a standout novel of the year, and I know that this will also be good because Tumblr told me so. My next book is another continuation of a series, and this one is actually book 3, so the final book of the Grisha series by Leigh Bardugo. This is Ruin and Rising. I loved this series so far. Really interesting characters, like crazy interesting. The Darkling is amazing. I really like him, even though he's evil and awful, but just something about his character really draws you into him. I love the setting of these books. So if you don't know, they are set in a kind of weird Russia-esque kind of landscape. And it's all about this girl called Alina who is taken on by the Darkling. Can't even remember half of the book. I've like read it that long ago. I'll have to reread some of the first ones. But yeah, just the series was amazing. The Darkling is really creepy. Alina is a really strong female character, which I always love reading about. I also love the dynamic between those two and how they have this kind of relationship, but also Alina doesn't want that relationship because she's not interested at all in him because he's evil. And then there's her friend Mal, and there's like a bunch of other characters that really make this book a standout. The covers also are just beautiful. They look amazing together because they're all kind of color coordinated. Like this one's red, there's a blue one and a purple one, and they just look really good on the shelf. But they're definitely one I recommend and one I'm really looking forward to reading. This next book is one that is so popular all over Tumblr that I just could not say no to it. I've been meaning to buy it for ages now, but just, I know it's a bigger series, and so I was kind of nervous about getting into it, but you know, I just felt like I was missing out on such an amazing story, so I did pick it up for Christmas. Thank you, Mum, for getting it for me, and that will be Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Nice rhyme there. So from what I know and from what the cover kind of can tell me, it is a kind of assassin story set, I do believe, in a kind of fantasy world. And just so many people on Tumblr adore this book, rave about this book, tell me and like show me beautiful photos of this book and tell me how amazing it is. And so I just really, thank you for doing that right now. So many people rave about this book and just tell me how amazing it is, and so I really couldn't stop myself from getting it. I'm really looking forward to it. I've also heard from one of my friends that it is an amazing book, and I trust her judgment, so I'm really excited to read it. And yeah, again, beautiful cover. I actually really like this one. It's pretty simple, I think, but I like that it is an animated cover model. It's not actually a person, like it's not a photo of a girl, it's kind of an animated drawing looking thing, and I love that. I want that when I publish my books. I want a kind of animated version of my characters, just so that it's not actually a person, it's kind of really them, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm really excited to read this book. It looks amazing, and just from what I've seen, it's going to be a great read. Now this one I really don't know much about at all. I heard about it from Sasha Ellsberg over at A Book Utopia. I was really excited when she said she enjoyed this book, and that is Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Groden. And just from what I saw in her video, it's about kind of Nazi Germany and what would have happened if the Axis had won instead of the Allies, and that just sounds like a really good read. My grandma always tells me that I don't read enough I read too many vampire books, is what she always says, which is true, I guess, but I felt like this would make her very happy that I'm reading a YA book, not about vampires. It's a history book, Nan, and it is still YA, so you know, it's pretty good. I think you'll be happy with it. And I loved the cover. When I saw this on her channel, I thought it was a really good cover. Very simplistic kind of look, minimalist kind of thing going on. But it does a really good job at portraying, I think, what the book will be about, and just setting the mood, I think is the best way to describe it. And yeah, I'm really excited to try that one out because I haven't actually read many historical fiction books, many historical setting books. Probably my most recent was Outlander, which I loved so much. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this one and just to see what it would be like if the access met it. My next book is again a sequel. I really wanted to finish off some of my series that I've started just so that I don't feel so guilty about them just sitting here and me forgetting about them. And it also makes me feel like I've, you know, finished it and it's done and I don't have to be waiting to finish it. So I don't know, it just makes me feel better to have the completed series on my shelf. So I did ask my mum if I could get this one, and that is The Evolution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. This is the second book to the Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, which is a book that I did enjoy. It was a very good read. I like that it's kind of this psychological thriller. You don't really know what is true, what is like just kind of a delusion, and I just think it was a really interesting read. I liked Mara's character. I liked Noah, who was the kind of love interest. He was very, very nice. I was pretty happy to read about him. And so yeah, I'm really excited to have this book and to see where the rest of the story is going to go, because when it ended I was kind of like in a bit of shock, didn't really know what was happening, and definitely needed to get this. It's been a long time coming. The last book that I have to show you today is one that I'm pretty happy about. It was a good read. I'm really happy about it, and it is by my favorite author, so it's always nice to have a new book by her on my shelf, and that is of course Soundless by Rochelle Mead. I have been wanting to get this book since the day that it came out, and just money issues just meant that I couldn't get it, but for Christmas, perfect opportunity to run out and buy it. So this one is a story about a young girl named Faye who lives in a really remote village up in the mountains, and her village are deaf, and so they communicate through sign language and through paintings to show the news of the day. And then Faye's journey starts when people start to go blind, and she has to leave her village to find out how she can stop the blindness, what she can do to help her village. And it was just a really lovely story. I did have a few issues with it, but there is a review for it. I believe it's already up on my Tumblr. If not, it is coming. So definitely check that one out. I did really enjoy this book. I would recommend it, but I don't think it's probably Rochelle's strongest book. But still, the cover is awesome, and it looks really nice on the shelf, of course. I also just quickly thought that I would mention the book that I bought for my friend. It's for my best friend Georgia. She asked me, or mentioned to me, that she wanted a romantic, lovey, kind of sexy book. And straight away my thoughts went to Colleen Hoover, who I've heard writes some really great romantic, adulty books, and I thought that she'd enjoy it, and so I did a little bit of research and I decided to pick up Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover for my best friend. I don't really know much about the book, but I'm hoping to get myself my own copy and be able to read it with my friend, and I think that'll be a really fun way and a really fun Christmas present for her. It's not wrapped and it's not like given to her because she's been away in America, but I'm hoping that by the time this video is up and she maybe watches it, she'll already have it, so it won't be too much of a spoiler for her. But it looks like a great book. I've heard pretty good things about it. I know people really do enjoy it quite a lot, and so I'm pretty excited for us to read that together. I think it'll be funny. So yeah, there's that one too. My final Christmas haul item is actually not a book, but it is very much book related. It relates back to one of my favourite series of the entire year, which is the Raven Boys series by Maggie Stiefvater, and that is the Raven's Prophecy Tarot Cards by Maggie Stiefvater. It's a 78 card deck, and it also includes a little book, which I have here as well, which is kind of an instruction manual kind of thing, I don't know what you'd call it. And yeah, it just tells you all the information, how to do a few different little tricks, how to do a tarot card reading. That's just really interesting to read about and scarily accurate. I did this with my friend when she came to visit, and we were both super freaked out about how accurate hers was. And then mine was even scarier because my future card was the devil, which I did not enjoy. But yeah, this is really beautiful, beautiful covers. I'll insert a couple of shots of the cards in the next segment, just so that you can see how much detail are in them. They are beautiful, they look amazing. So those are my Christmas haul books for 2015. I had a wonderful Christmas and I'm so happy with all of the presents that I got, and I'm really grateful for my mum, or to my mum, for being so kind and getting me all of those. I feel very lucky that she was so willing to do it for me. And now I have enough reading material to last me for a very long time, which hopefully means that my bank account will skyrocket and go up and up and up, and I will be able to save some money, but we'll see. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I'm really hoping to have a couple more videos coming out, but at the moment I just don't really have any ideas that I think will be easy to film, but we'll see. I'm gonna really try a bit harder before I start university, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and definitely make sure to look at the links below and follow me on my Tumblr so that you can keep up with all of the reviews that will be coming out for these books. I have a couple lined up already for the Outlander series, for Soundless, and some other books that I've read so far, so make sure that you head over to my Tumblr and follow me. Thanks guys, bye!